What's going on, and welcome back, one and all, to One Way Bay, where we have a bit of a situation on our hands. Yeah, we have a building on fire, apparently, but we also have no water or electricity in certain parts of the town at the moment, which is kind of an issue. It's the electricity, I think, that is doing it, because, okay, the pumps are back. Yeah, alright, so I guess... Wow, the money is going to be an issue. Alright, so I guess I should explain what I did in between episodes, and mostly it's focused over here, which it seems like it's kind of working, but kind of not at the moment. I smoothed out all of this over here along the shore, and then down here I actually widened out the mouth of this river a little bit to give it more of a room to flow out. Hopefully this can handle a little bit more capacity. I also did a little work down here to make somewhat of a little walking park for people off of, what is that, Can Tights over there. I made sure we aren't going to flood this part of the boot in Farmville, which it doesn't look like we will. I would say they're not in that much danger. Yeah, it looks pretty good. This is still overflowing a little bit over here, which is a little bit of an issue, and this pond is just going to slowly evaporate, but... yeah, I think we're going to have to fight this maybe one more time if this whole thing doesn't settle everything down. I also... what did I do? We renamed this to Springler Row. I kind of like that name. I saw that in a comment. And then back here, I did a little bit of tree placement. And yeah, just to pull it all together here, I did a little bit of a wavy little path. I don't know. We could do more trees in there to kind of give it a little bit more of a park feel. Because right now it's just kind of hiding in between the... It's hiding the view of the train tracks or the buildings, depending on which way you're looking at it. And it's just... I mean, these paths were giving us... they were breaking apart some of the zoning, if you looked at it. Without that path, there was like weird zoning going on. So that's what the original purpose of that was, but I couldn't delete them or the zoning thing will come back. So I just ended up adding more paths to kind of make it look like we meant it to be there. I also did this. So I was kind of looking at this whole theory over here, and I don't know if this could handle all the capacity, so I added this route, which is hopefully going to take priority for some people because it's going to be a lot faster for them to just come down here instead of go through one of these weird little crossover streets and then have to go across. The only thing is, actually this, I guess I did fix this. This was going this way at first, so like anyone over here would have wanted to come down this road and then down this to get to this main avenue. So by adding this, I gave them a different route, but by swapping this around, they're now going to have to use this to get over to the main road, because the rest of these you'd have to go down this way and then double back to go this way. So this should be the fastest route. This little bridge is kind of cool. It turned into a weird bridge intersection, but it says that all 6 lanes go left, so hopefully all of the cars will end up filling up all of those lanes and not just the last 2 lanes. Actually, here's some now. So that's good. Yeah, and I added this little thing, so they're going to bypass, like if they want to come down here, they'll have to go around here. It's a little bit of a trek for them, but I think they'll deal with it. So what are we doing in this episode? Well, I want to eventually add a highway on-ramp over here off of Springler Row's little square. So I'll probably end up doing that in between episodes. We definitely need more power stations, that's for sure, because that whole power crisis was the issue with the wells. I actually noticed that the power, when it was low, didn't come all the way out here. So a few of these pumps just didn't work anymore. So that was the issue there. I actually spent all of our budget, as you can kind of see. So I'm going to speed this up so we get a little bit more. But yeah, I spent all of the budget on the terraform, revamp, and any of the little decoration or road stuff that I had to do in between. So that's kind of explains why there's such a little... It's mostly the terraform. The terraform will definitely get into your treasury. And I think if we need to, we can cut this out a little more. This river is definitely raging. And I had a comment that said, why don't we maybe reevaluate the position of this? And to be honest, it's because that's probably the best place to put it at this point. Because all of this water, where would I see the flow of water? There. Most of this flows around this way. It'll flow into the bay and then just stick there. This river flows into the bay and will just stick there. So any of the pollution, and it all goes this way. So like I had it, if you were around for the very beginning of this series, it was originally over here. I think there was a poo pipe, actually right here. I think this was the original poo pipe was out here. And what had happened was it had just made this whole thing into a shitstorm. Kind of literally, a shit wake, I guess you could say. And that's why we named this Poo Poo Parkway down here. And actually, speaking of districts, I did notice that Hank Hill doesn't actually cover all of Hank Hill. So we're going to go ahead and fix that because that's clearly an issue. I also got a comment saying that if we put the Eden Park down, it actually absorbs all, or completely eliminates all of the pollution, which I know exists. I know that's a thing because my first city I did that. But to be honest, those monument buildings actually kind of feel a little cheaty to me. They're cool once you unlock them, but that's, yeah, the other thing is we haven't even unlocked them yet. So, I mean, I kind of like having to deal with it because after you put all of the monument buildings down, it's like you get all of the education, you get all of the pollution taken care of, and everybody's healthy. It's like, why? What's the point of playing the game, you know? So, what is going on here? Building is emptying. Okay, is anything full? We're kind of in the middle of a death crisis. Well, it's starting to be a death crisis, which is actually good because we don't have any money for a power station at this point. We're waiting until we get 62,000 so we can put down another oil power station. But yeah, so if people die, they'll kind of not have to draw on the power, so that's good. I guess we should maybe start to... I think this is going to be really cool in here with all the hotels, so we're going to continue that plot. I didn't hear anything in the comments negative about that, or anything negative in the comments about that. There we go, talking is fun. But, yeah, I also, looking at this bus stop, which is packed again, holy crap. Wow, is this the line that just goes straight to... Yeah, that's the one that just got a ton of people on it. Wow. What is the metro situation like? We haven't looked at that in a while, and actually, it's doing very well. Wow. I mean, that one's kind of packed, but wow, it's sorted itself out already. Perhaps we should look at maybe putting a metro line in from right here to the main metro. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because there's a ton of people here. I mean, it would have to... Jesus, look at all of the people. This is such a busy... Okay. I think we're going to have to put a metro line in Old Bay. That's kind of what this is coming down to. All of the people here are from Old Bay, it looks like, and they're just wandering down here to use public transportation, which is great, except we just don't have the capacity for it. It's actually pretty bad. So, there's a stop up here as well. This one looks good. Not a lot of people at it. That's a good thing. And I think that was it. And then how is this bus hub doing? There's a few stops with a bunch of people on it. This one in particular is pretty bad, so let's wait until a bus comes by for it and figure out what we need to do. We need to add a couple buses here. This line and this line, I think. Of course. There's no bus. There it is. Okay, so let's see the line. Not enough not enough buses at all. Let's do a couple more on that line. And then if we ever find out, okay, these two also probably could use some more buses. This one actually has a ton of buses already. I wish I could, like, hire a consultant to fix all of these bus issues. Modify line, there we go. Yeah, I think just add one more here. This is probably the weakest part of my game in terms of City Skylines, is the bus management. I can do a lot of things with the design and the layouts, as you can maybe, I guess, see from what I've done already. But yeah, when it comes to buses, I'm just like completely baffled. I think I have good ideas, but then it turns out that they are actually apparently pretty weak. So, alright, we have... Didn't I add? I think I did add 2 more of these already. Maybe this line doesn't need it. Oh well. We'll come back and see how they do later. These trains are looking good. 93 passengers last week. Yeah, last week for the tourism stop. And then how is this doing over here? This looks good. No one's here. I mean, there shouldn't be a lot of people here. That'll grow when Earlland grows. And there's a ton of people who decided to park over here, apparently. I guess if you live like right here, it's better to park over here than it is to park in here. Which might say something. Maybe we should put more parking in over here. Although it doesn't look like anyone's using the parking over here anyway. So I don't know what everybody's deal is over here. And okay, there we go. I actually got a mod to disable sirens, which is freaking awesome because in post-editing, it was the most annoying part of this game was to freaking take all of the sirens and lower them because they were just so goddamn annoying. But yeah, so if you noticed there haven't been any sirens in the past few episodes, I guess good for you, because I didn't mention it till now. So I guess the only thing about having the waste over here in the Brown River, off Brown River, is it's wiping all the way into the tourism area. So I think that's indicative of the tourism state of One-Way Bay. I mean, we have potential, but it's all just lined with crap at this point. It's just, I mean, you come into Poo Poo Parkway, you come into Pleasure Town, which can't be the most reputable town in the world, but yeah, and then you come over to the pier and it just smells like crap and the fish are all slimy and kind of gross. And yeah, so don't fall off, don't go swimming in there. But the beach volleyball court is on point. Look, people love it. So, 15, how much, what's going on down here? We got a handful, 9. I wish one of them just had like 300. I'd be like, what the hell? Why do people love fishing tours so much? But, that's not the case. But, it seems like every time we put down a little bit of commercial down here, it turns into hotels really quickly. So, let's just add a little bit more at a time. I thought I deleted you. I apparently didn't. I think when we get... Because Old Bay has a population of, what, 13,000 people live in Old Bay. There's just... Old Bay is really small compared to a lot of other districts here. Wow, there's a ton of people living there. What? We have... It's probably one of the most packed. It's actually between this and Quake Heights. It's 13.7, and Quake Heights is 10... Wow, so most people in the city live in Old Bay, I believe, because the Mondo district only has 8,000 and Poo Poo Parkway only has a couple. And obviously, Heights doesn't have that much. Yep. So, yeah, we definitely need a metro line in here, and I'm not sure if I can afford it at this point. Let's see, what is this? Oh, sweet, a hangar. Maybe I should put that in. Because that just looks... It's got to be on a roadside. Maybe I'll put that in later as we expand the airport and more tourists come through, right? Yeah, we can imagine that, sure. But, yeah, so the metro line is this one. And a station costs $18,000, and to run it, I'm not sure, but what looks pretty centralized? Probably, like, in here. Or, yeah, maybe just for ease of everything, maybe we'll put it like right here and not on a corner. Maybe right across from whatever this is. What is this? It's a clinic. Maybe right, actually, that's the place right there. This small building. Oh, damn it. I didn't know these are 4. I thought they were 1. Wow. Okay, so I guess we'll put it right here. Does that make sense? Kind of makes sense, although I think I liked it I like it up here better. Or maybe like in between here. Maybe right here. Yeah, so then people only have to cross the street off of this bus. And there's that. And then maybe I'll put like a parking lot in here. That might be a good idea. If I can find these parking lots. 4x4 parking lot. And maybe not. Maybe... yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Little parking lot, and then whatever that'll be, I guess. Actually, you know what? Let's just put a path down there. Or dezone it. Let's dezone it. And dezone that, and we'll dezone that. And then I'll take the park tool, the concrete one. And as I do this, I'll just throw the game into a go mode so we can gain some money here. Fill this out just so it looks like it's part of the plan. Cool. That looks awesome. So, very cool. It looks like it's all planned out. Probably fit a tree right there. You know what? Now that I'm here, I'm gonna put a tree in there. Boom. Maybe two. Look at that. Beautiful. Anyway, we have to now run that line from here up to probably the main station over here. That's gonna end up being kind of a packed station. I think I want to run it around this way since there aren't going to be that many trams going this way. By trams, I mean metro lines. Okay, so this should alleviate so much pressure. Let's see what happens here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Boom. And then we're going to add probably one, probably two. You know what? We'll do two, just because I foresee that becoming a bit of an issue. So, all right. We'll just watch now as everybody funnels down here. This down here should no longer be that big of an issue. Look, there's actually people leaving, I think, unless they're just coming off of the bus. Which is possible. Also, this is just a clusterfuck of cars right now. What are you guys doing? This is an issue and a half. What is going on over here? Wow, there's no easy way to... Like, if I flip this, these buses then have to go... Huh. I don't know. Maybe I should take that away, though. That's not a very good spot for an intersection, and it's also very freaking short. Maybe I should force all the buses up to here. That's a good idea. I'm going to flip this, I guess, at this point, and see what happens. I guess this bus line is going to have to... Here they go. Let's follow them. Let's take the first-person view, I guess. Okay, maybe first-person view wasn't that cool. There we go. We could just pin on it. There we go. So, yeah, it's going to have to come up around here and then I think double back to this stop, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. And then, yeah, all of that traffic's going to go away, so that's good. They're just going to have to use the Mondo intersection, which is what it's there for, you know? So, all right. Look at that. It looks like these numbers are dwindling. It looks like this is going to be extremely popular. Holy crap, there's 800 people down there already. Yeah, so... wait, I didn't want to add a line there. Go away. I just wanted to click on the line, but I guess... There we go. Right-click to jump to stop. Oh, there we go. Next stop. Okay, yeah, that seems to work, and then we should have two metros on it, correct. So this station seems to be handling the capacity very well. Actually, look at all of the people in here. Wow. Yeah, so that's gonna be that. The shoreline is looking great with all of the hotels now. I have to say, I like that a lot better than the small houses. It just looks like it's a tourist area. Unfortunately, some of these things aren't tall hotels, so that kind of sucks, but I guess they might grow up into taller resort-type hotels, But I don't know. I guess time will tell. We have a bit of a death crisis, but I think we're going to have to deal with that in the next episode. Hopefully some of the graveyards will have cleaned out by then. We also have a really big demand for, well, I guess medium, but it's big in terms of hard mode. We haven't seen these go up that much this series, which is, I guess, part of the hard mode challenge. But yeah, so we'll put some more medium, or the residential down, probably out of here, probably in here. We'll probably, actually, you know what, I'll finish that up right now as I kind of wrap this episode up. But yeah, I'll, I guess, work a little bit in Springler Row in between episodes now that we've gotten the poo and electricity crisis sorted out. And actually, we didn't sort that out at all. Okay, that'll be the last thing I do in this episode. And there's also demand for resident or commercial here, so that's good. There's quite a bit of demand for commercial, I guess, at this point. But all right, so the last thing we'll do here is place down some electricity and the oil plant, of course, right here. And actually, we could probably delete this coal plant, but we should be plenty good for that. We should be plenty good for water and sewage. And yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this one here. We've done a few things, not too much, but we did put a metro line in, which is going to help a lot phenomenally over here. And where's that stop? That stop right here. Yeah, this stop is completely done now. So actually, I should probably go ahead and modify this line, or just take it out completely. Remove that vehicle. Yeah, I guess you know what? I'm gonna delete this line. We don't need this line anymore. We have the metro, and oh wow, that's gonna be bad for that. But the metro is gonna just completely replace it, because there are 1,500 people down there at the moment anyway. So yeah, we might have to expand that metro line with more stops to different areas and more trains going down it. But you know what? We'll deal with that in the next episode. Guys, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. And until next time, guys, stay tuned, and I will see you right back here in One Way Bay.